Why you can't stop staring at attractive women? Why is it so hard to stop staring at beautiful, hot, sexy women? It is something that is ingrained in our mind, our male heterosexual brain. We as a man, heterosexual man, release dopamine when we see an attractive woman. Unfortunately for us, attractive women are everywhere, depending on where you live. But if you live in a big city or even a medium type of city, chances are attractive women are everywhere. So when we see those attractive women, our brain releases dopamine. And you might think, what's the problem with that? Unfortunately, because there's so many attractive women, that dopamine becomes pretty cheap. It is cheap dopamine. If we were living in those caveman days, there's only so many attractive women. Nowadays, they are everywhere. So we keep on getting those shots of cheap dopamine, the same way we do when we scroll. And also, when I'm talking about why you can't stop staring at attractive women, I also include your virtual life, not only reality, but your virtual life, screens, Instagram, TikTok, so on and forth. That is why it is so hard not to look at attractive women, be it on your phone or be it in a real life. What you have to do, however hard it is also hard for me. Trust me, even quitting porn is a bit easier than actually looking at women at giving up porn. But we are all in the process of desexualizing our mind. So when you look at when you see an attractive, you want to look away. You want to train that looking away muscle. You see an attractive woman, the first glance is okay. The second glance, you will virtualize. You look at something else. But even during this first glance, you do not linger. As soon as you see an attractive woman, you look away. You virtualize, you definitely do not linger. And most importantly, you definitely do not look back. And the same applies for Instagram and TikTok, so on and forth. When you're on Instagram and when you're on TikTok, do not click the videos where attractive women will be in. Those attractive women that will trigger, not only will trigger you, but will feed your algorithm and tell the algorithm you want more of this type of video. So your feed will be flooded with those attractive women. And the less you have them in your feed, the less you look at them in real life, the freer you will feel and the less you will objectify a woman. Because when you objectify someone else, you objectify yourself in return. When we objectify women, we don't see them as human beings. We see them as the sum of all those female body parts that arouse us. So unfortunately, we don't see them as sentient beings. And that has consequences. The consequences that we don't see them as beings, but we also don't see ourselves as sentient beings. So we don't have that self-love, that self-esteem that you have from not objectifying other people, women in that conversation. So the less we can stare at them, the less we can release that cheap dopamine, the less we are triggered by those women on Instagram and TikTok, on screen, generally speaking, the more freedom you'll feel. Freedom from objectification, freedom from that cheap dopamine, and freedom as a whole. Freedom in our mind. And the more we can apply that sexual energy and that attention that we give away into sublimating it and doing something constructive with that beautiful attention and that beautiful energy all men have. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Sebastien, addiction recovery coach, and I'm here to help those of you desexualize their mind, give up porn, and other addictive compulsions and behavior. And I'm sure I can help you. Links in the description box below.